Alright, hello guys, and welcome to the beautiful cockpit of the F86 Sabre. It is a new full fidelity module on DCS, and it is my first, again, full fidelity module that I purchased from DCS. The plane I used to fly, the SU-25 and SU-25T, and the fighter jets from the Flaming Cliffs 3 were still simulator, but it wasn't fully simulated, and this and 8NC and Black Shark is something that requires a lot of learning, lots of reading and practice. Compared to 8NC and the Black Shark, of course, the F86 is a much older fighter jet and it is much easier to learn, but it still requires, at least for me, a lot of training and a lot of fiddling around. So let's first get the plane started. Request ground crew to turn on the electrical power.
Turn on the ground power. Copy. Ground power is now on.
And ground power is now on, as you just heard. Turn on the lights a bit. And we're also going to set the radio. Channel 3 that connects to Poti, which is the airfield that we're in right now. Turn on the radio. This also allows me to contact my wingman. And this is something that doesn't really matter as for now, but we're gonna set it anyways, just in case when we get lost when we're heading home. Turn on. Now the radio frequency on Poti is 470, so we're gonna try tuning it to that. Well, sadly, I can't really understand the Morse code, but it should be either this or this. But as I just said, I'm not really sure. We're just gonna leave it like this. And next up, we're gonna turn on the taxi light and start up the engine. Master on. And once the RPM hits 3%, we're gonna press home once. And 6% throttle to idle. Now this should get our plane running. It's gonna get a little noisy as well, so we're gonna turn off, or how do you say this? Close the canopy. And once the engine RPM reaches around 40 to 45%, the engine starts generating. The engine starts producing enough power to run itself. Then we can disconnect the electrical power. Still spooling up. While we're waiting, there should be something that we're supposed to do, but I can't quite remember. Fire test is good. Let's spool up a little bit. You can see the RPM right here. And we're gonna ask the ground crew to turn off the electrical power.
Chief, turn off the ground power. Copy. 1-1. Request taxi to runway. Ground power is now off.
Alright, let's spool up. Go to the runway.
Airfield 1-1. Batumi, clear to taxi to runway 31.
Now the nose wheel on this thing is quite tricky compared to the much simple aircraft that I used to fly. Basically what we're gonna do is press S to engage the nose wheel steering and gently use my twist rudder. By the way, I apologize if I sound awfully tired. It's not because I'm actually tired, but I was watching this really terrible gory video on YouTube that I somehow came across. I think it was named Cannibal Holocaust or something like that. I honestly don't know why I searched that, but I somehow did, and it was just terrible and basically killed my energy for it. It was really terrible. I don't recommend watching it, even if you're curious. You can see the school bus. And that's the runway. Let's cut the throttle a little bit. Turn gently.
Airfield 1-1. Unable to clear for takeoff.
And this should be good enough.
1-1. Batumi, you are cleared for takeoff when ready. Climb 300 at QFE 29.89.
Now while we wait for... need to keep in mind of the generator. While we wait for the other flight to get ready, we're gonna just check the flight controls. Everything seems to be good. Yep. Flaps is down. Air brake is retracted. I don't know if that's the correct way to say it. And everything seems to be working completely fine. The flights are getting ready as well. I'm going to request takeoff. Actually, that does it automatically, it seems. So let's spool up. Gently. And 100%. I'm using rudder to correct my heading. Align it to the runway. And we are equipped with 8 pairs of rockets, so it's quite light, so we can start pulling up right now. In fact, I just remembered that I forgot to trim the aircraft for takeoff, but that doesn't really matter. Gear up. And I'm also gonna retract the flaps. Counter the drag. And just keep in mind that I'm probably doing a lot of things in the wrong way. It's, first of all, because like I said, it's my first full fidelity sim or the module. I'm not very used to it, used to clicking the button, using mouse and joystick at the same time. And plus there's the module, the F86 is still in open beta and a full manual is not available yet. Only thing I read is basically a quick starter guide on how to start up and use the basic of combat employment. You can see the other F86 taking off over there. Well, that's the shadow. Where is he? Well, he's somewhere around there. And we're basically gonna do a big turn over the airfield and wait for our flights to merge with me. While we do that, let me explain what our mission objective is for today's video. Basically, there's two objectives. One is to take out a BTR-60 enemy transport located somewhere around the Skumi airport, and another is to take out enemy submarine. Don't ask me if nuclear submarine existed back in the age of Korean War, but that's what we're gonna take out. We're gonna just ignore the BTR-60 because once we start heading that way, then we have to engage the MiG-15, which with my current skill I cannot handle even with a superior energy and superior number. I just can't handle the MiG-15s. I don't know how to deal with it. I did see a lot of posts regarding the UFO maneuver of the MiG-15 on the forums. Like I said, the F86 and the MiG-15s are still in open beta, especially the AI model on MiG-15 is very weird and seems to ignore the very basic law of gravity. So like I said, we're gonna try ignoring them and head directly to Poti, where the harbor is, where our submarine targets should be. I also have to start getting used to using knots and feet for American aircraft. I'm too used to the meter and kilometer per second for the SU-25 and the SU-27. Compared to 8NC or the Black Shark, it's definitely a very easy startup and easy to learn plane or the module. Literally, like I just showed you guys, the startup only takes about 10 minutes of learning. All you need to do is get the electric power on, engage the engine master switch and flip the battery, and do the throttle management correctly, and that's very easy compared to 8NC or the other modules, Huey, or which requires what, 600 pages of reading before flying it perfectly. Now I'm gonna start saving up fuel a bit. Now the airfield that we took off is Batumi, and that's Kobaleti, and the one further up is Sukumi, I think. If you remember, Poti is the place where we strike the... How do you say strike? What's the passive form of strike? Stroke? It's kind of weird. Anyways, Poti is where we striked the command post with our SU-33 in one of my videos. If you remember that, we're gonna use the same bay. We're gonna attack the same bay. Can't see it yet. Somewhere over there. So we still have some time to relax. We're going inside the crowd. Let's divert to left to get a better visual on the harbor. It said, the briefing said that they're gonna mark the target with red smoke. So we're gonna keep an eye on that. That's the harbor. I already see the submarine. And probably multiple AA defending the submarine on the harbor. I'm not sure how close the Sabre is chasing up to me. Now, I know it doesn't really make a difference, but I'm gonna turn off the nav lights, or the collision lights, so my plane doesn't stand out as much when I have the lights on. I also have my taxi light off. Now I clearly see the target. I don't see the red smoke yet, but that's the submarine we're talking about. My fellow wingmans are armed with 4 pairs of rockets and 2 pairs of dumbfire bombs, or dumbfoil bombs. I think they're gonna first engage the AEA units so I can deal with the submarine with my rockets without worrying about the AA. There's no SAMs, there's no complicated missile system that I need to worry about, but still the F86 is not the fastest, not the most maneuverable aircraft in the DCS, so even the simple ZSU employment can be diddly. Alright, let's get ready for combat. First I'm gonna uncage the A4 electronics site and switch to rocket. Depression angle to 30 and get the safety switch off. So now the rocket is armed. I honestly don't know if I should have my radar on or not. I know it kind of helps me to guess the distance towards me and the ground target, but again it's very unstable, it gets messy with the ground clutter, so I'm not sure what the best thing is or the best way to operate when using the rocket. Now there's the harbor. We're gonna try making the plane stable as it can be. Using rockets with these planes is much harder than I thought. I also need a decent stick. My logical, how do you say it? Logitech 3D Pro is also getting a little bit wacky. So I'm planning to get the X55 Rhino, but I'm still waiting a little more money to get on my hands. This is a bad angle. I'm actually gonna reapproach.
Flight. Engage air defenses.
I don't think they've spotted yet, so they'll probably say negative. Yeah, there we go.
4, negative.
They actually need to spot them themselves before striking it. There's the red smoke. Still going quite fast, so that's it for 6. And that's a solid hit. Now it's actually my first... Alright, they've spotted it. So engage air defense.
Flight. Engage air defenses.
There goes the AA. Like I was just saying, it's... Oh, come on, let me talk. It's my first time engaging submarines, so I don't know if they have like explosion effects or, you know, make a difference after actually being hit. But I'd say that was a solid hit. I'm not sure how many rockets I still have left. I'm gonna go for a gun run for the AA. God damn it! No! No! Oh well, which is the bastard who shot me down? That's not... That's the 2BTR that I was talking about. Yeah, this guy. You son of a bitch. Well, I at least hit these submarines, so I'm gonna consider this mission a success with the honorable death of the flight. It was really dumb to just fly straight towards AA. I thought I could get a shot before being shot down. Let's see how our fellow planes are gonna do. Actually, since I died, I think these guys are gonna just go back to the Batumi airfield. Well, that's it. It's a good timing to end the commentary. My cat is begging me to feed her. Hey, shut up. Go away. Oi. So I hope you guys enjoyed. As always, I'm gonna try doing a air-to-air combat employment or the episode for the next DCS F86 episode. So if you liked it, like, comment, and subscribe as always, and I'll see you guys in the next video.